We are diving into a topic that could change the way you look at your loose change forever. Have you ever wondered if that pile of old coins in your drawer, that tiny pocket of forgotten pennies and cents, might actually be worth a small fortune? Many people overlook these pieces, tossing them aside without a second thought, but hidden among them could be rare treasures that collectors across North America are actively seeking. One such coin that has caught the attention of enthusiasts and experts alike is the 2005 Canada 1 cent, which holds a fascinating history and remarkable rarity that makes it highly desirable in the numismatic community. Interestingly, this particular piece is often linked to a year much earlier in minting, with collectors sometimes referencing it alongside high-demand issues such as the 1948 Canada 1 cent, known for its scarcity and exceptional value. The journey of this coin begins with its production. The meticulous process at the Royal Canadian Mint ensured a uniform quality, yet slight variations in strikes, finishes, and metal composition created subtle distinctions that today can significantly impact value. When assessing your own coin, condition is absolutely critical. An uncirculated coin, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, can command a price that seems almost unbelievable for a coin that many see as just another penny. Currently, the market for this coin is booming, with the latest valuations reaching up to $1.30 per coin for pieces in superb condition, reflecting not only its scarcity but also the rising interest among collectors who understand the historical and aesthetic significance of each minting year. But value is not just about numbers, it's about the story each coin tells. Every scratch, every patina, and every subtle variation in design offers a glimpse into the past, a reminder of the economy, culture, and technology of the era in which it was produced. Imagine holding one of these coins in your hand, feeling the weight of history, and realizing that something so small could represent so much potential wealth. Many collectors advise thoroughly examining the date, the mint mark, and even the edges for unique traits that could indicate a rare variant or an error coin, because such features can multiply the value exponentially. Beyond the monetary aspect, owning these coins connects you to a global community of collectors who share tips, stories, and excitement over each discovery, and for some, the thrill of finding a valuable coin hidden among ordinary change becomes a lifelong passion. Even if you don't plan to sell, understanding the value and rarity of coins like the 2005 Canada 1 cent adds depth and appreciation to what might otherwise be overlooked in everyday life. So take a moment today, check your drawers, piggy banks, and old jars where change collects dust, because you never know when a seemingly ordinary penny might turn into a legendary find that could bring both joy and financial reward. And don't forget, if you do happen to stumble upon one of these rare coins, proper handling, storage, and authentication are key, as preserving condition is essential for maintaining value. We'll also explore how auctions, private sales, and collector networks determine pricing, and how subtle trends in demand and scarcity can cause market values to fluctuate dramatically over time. Remember, knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. Knowing what to look for, recognizing the telltale signs of a valuable piece, and understanding market dynamics can make the difference between overlooking a treasure and holding on to a fortune. So, do you have this coin in your pocket? Perhaps it's hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to uncover its secret. Share your finds in the comments, join the conversation with fellow collectors, and make sure to follow Old Coins Prices for more insights into hidden gems, rare coins, and the fascinating stories that every piece of history can tell. Stay curious, keep exploring, and never underestimate the tiny treasures that may be sitting right under your nose, because sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. We're diving into a truly legendary piece of numismatic history, the 1984 Canada 1 cent coin. While it might look like just another small piece of copper, this coin carries a unique story, striking beauty, and immense collector demand that makes it much more than its face value. Interestingly, this coin was part of a limited batch minted in 1948, which has become extremely rare over the decades, making it a high-demand item for collectors not just in Canada, but across North America. Coins like this are treasured for their historical significance, the intricate details of their minting, and the remarkable rarity that comes from surviving decades in pristine or near-pristine condition. If you happen to have one in exceptional shape, sharp edges, clean surfaces, and no visible wear, you could be looking at a current market value skyrocketing around $1.40, which is astonishing considering it started life as a simple cent. But what makes this coin truly fascinating is not just the monetary value, it's the story it tells about the era it was minted in, the people who used it, and the journey it took through countless hands before ending up in your possession. Imagine holding this tiny piece of history, knowing that it has traveled through time, witnessed generations, and survived decades to now possibly sit in your pocket, offering a rare chance at financial gain and a tangible connection to the past. Coins like these are also a reminder of the importance of paying attention to the small details. The year, the mint mark, the condition, and subtle variations that make one coin worth far more than another seemingly identical piece. Collectors and enthusiasts spend years studying these variations, hunting for those rare finds that can be life-changing. And now, with so much information at your fingertips, you too can become part of this exciting treasure hunt. Don't just take this lightly or toss away coins without a second glance. Your next big discovery could be hiding in plain sight, quietly waiting for someone observant enough to recognize its worth. From the copper hue to the unique embossing, every feature of the 1984 Canada 1 cent tells a story that collectors value immensely, making it a highly sought-after piece for investment, historical preservation, and personal collection alike. So, before you spend that small coin or let it sit unnoticed, take a careful look, check the date, examine its condition, and consider its potential. You might just be sitting on a rare gem that could bring both historical pride and a remarkable financial reward. Have you checked your change lately? Could this coin, or another like it, be quietly holding the key to your next unexpected payday? Don't forget to inspect, research, and compare your coins because one careful look could uncover an extraordinary treasure. Let us know in the comments if you've found a 1984 Canada 1 cent or any other rare coins, and stay tuned with Old Coins Prices for more hidden gems, secret treasures, and stories behind the coins you might think are ordinary, but are actually priceless in the eyes of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. We're diving into one of the most legendary and sought-after pieces in the world of coin collecting, the 1982 Canada 1 cent, an incredibly rare and valuable coin that has captured the attention of collectors across North America. While it may look like just another penny at first glance, the story behind this coin is what makes it so remarkable. Struck during a specific minting period, the 1982 Canada 1 cent holds subtle but significant characteristics that distinguish it from ordinary pennies. Collectors are always on the lookout for these kinds of coins because they are not just pieces of metal, they are pieces of history. Every tiny detail, from the condition of the coin to the sharpness of the minting, can dramatically impact its value. If you happen to have one in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a treasure with a current market value of $1.5 million. Imagine casually finding this coin while going through your old change, a coin that could potentially change your life overnight. It's fascinating to think about how many coins like this slip through the cracks, hiding in jars, drawers, or even forgotten piggy banks, waiting for someone with a keen eye to discover them. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a passion that combines history, art, and investment. The rarity of this coin makes it highly sought after, and auction prices have been climbing steadily, reflecting the intense demand from collectors eager to own a piece of Canadian numismatic history. The allure of holding such a coin lies not only in its monetary value but also in its story. Each coin tells a tale of the era in which it was minted, the craftsmanship involved, and the journey it has taken over decades. For those who are serious about coin collecting, spotting a coin like the 1982 Canada 1 cent is like discovering a hidden gem in plain sight. Experts advise checking every coin carefully, paying attention to dates, mint marks, and any unique features that could indicate a higher value. Even minor variations in the strike or subtle imperfections can make a world of difference. With the current market booming, those who own one of these rare pennies are in a prime position to capitalize on their find. Whether you plan to sell, trade, or simply keep it as a collector's item, understanding its rarity and significance is crucial. The excitement of owning a coin that is not just rare but historically significant is unmatched, and it adds a sense of thrill to the simple act of coin collecting. This isn't just a matter of numbers, it's about being part of a community of enthusiasts who appreciate the stories behind each coin and the meticulous artistry that goes into their design. So, don't just glance over your old change. Take the time to examine every coin, look closely at the dates, and keep an eye out for rare finds like the 1982 Canada 1 cent. You never know, you might be holding a small coin that represents a massive payday. Collecting coins can turn ordinary moments into extraordinary discoveries, and every coin has the potential to tell a story that spans decades. As the market for rare coins continues to rise, the value of these hidden treasures only grows, making it more important than ever to stay informed and vigilant. If you happen to find this coin, it's not just luck, it's a chance to connect with history, engage with the numismatic community, and potentially transform your financial situation. Imagine the thrill of showing off a coin that is recognized and coveted by collectors around the world. This is why even everyday people, who may have never considered themselves collectors, should take a closer look at the coins they already own. Don't miss out on discovering the hidden value in what may seem like ordinary change. Check your coins carefully, pay attention to dates and details, and who knows, you could uncover a treasure that changes everything. So, take a moment today to look through your collection, old jars, or even loose change scattered around your home. The 1982 Canada 1 cent could be waiting for you, a small coin with the power to make a huge impact. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across one of these rare coins, and don't forget to follow for more insights, tips, and hidden gems from the world of old coins. We are diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, uncovering secrets that most people don't even realize are hiding in their own pockets. Have you ever looked through the change in your drawer and wondered if any of those coins could be worth more than their face value? You'd be amazed at how many everyday people are sitting on tiny fortunes without even knowing it, and one such incredible example is the 2007 Canada 1 cent coin. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, just a small piece of copper with a familiar design, but for collectors, it holds an extraordinary value that has been steadily climbing over the years. In fact, the 2007 Canada 1 cent coin is considered a high-demand item across North America, and its current market value has reached a remarkable $1.60, making it one of those rare coins that can truly transform a collection overnight. What makes this coin so special? While it shares many characteristics with standard circulation coins, the rarity lies in its minting details, the condition of the coin, and the demand from collectors who are constantly on the lookout for high-quality specimens to complete their sets. Coins like these are not just about their material worth but about history, scarcity, and the thrill of owning something that many people overlook every day. When you hold a coin like the 2007 Canada 1 cent, you are holding a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past, and potentially a financial treasure that could be worth much more than its small denomination suggests. For anyone serious about coin collecting or even just curious about the hidden value in their change, understanding the specifics is crucial. The key factors that increase a coin's value include its mint year, mint mark, overall condition, and any unique features or errors that make it stand out from the millions of other coins produced in the same year. The 2007 Canada 1 cent is particularly notable because it was minted in a year that has become increasingly rare to find in pristine condition, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that show minimal wear and retain their original luster. Imagine walking into a local coin shop or browsing an online marketplace and discovering that a coin you had casually tossed into a drawer years ago is now worth a significant amount of money. That feeling of surprise and excitement is exactly why so many people are turning to coin collecting not just as a hobby, but as a potential investment opportunity. It's fascinating to think about how coins, which were once used for everyday transactions, can suddenly become valuable collectibles simply because of their age, rarity, and condition. The 2007 Canada 1 cent serves as a perfect example of this phenomenon, demonstrating that even the smallest pieces of change can carry a hidden fortune. If you take the time to examine your own coins, look closely at the dates, and research the market trends, you might uncover a coin that is highly sought after by collectors around the world. It's not just about the money either. Owning rare coins allows you to appreciate the artistry, craftsmanship, and historical significance that each coin represents. Every engraving, every minting year, and every detail tells a story, and collectors take immense pride in preserving these stories for future generations. So before you spend that seemingly insignificant change or toss it aside, remember that some coins carry a value far beyond their face, and with the right knowledge, a simple 2007 Canada 1 cent could be the key to a remarkable discovery. Stay vigilant, check every drawer, coin jar, or old collection you might have, and you could be sitting on a treasure that's more valuable than you ever imagined. Don't forget to share your finds, comment below if you have a 2007 Canada 1 cent in your collection, and follow our channel for more insights into hidden gems, rare coins, and the fascinating world of numismatics. Today's focus on the 2007 Canada 1 cent is just the beginning. There are countless other coins with stories and values waiting to be uncovered, and with each discovery, you gain not only potential financial benefit but also a deeper appreciation for history and the incredible artistry behind every coin minted by our ancestors. Remember, collecting coins isn't just about money, it's about understanding, appreciating, and preserving a piece of our shared past, and every rare coin you find brings you one step closer to owning a tangible slice of history. Whether you are an experienced collector or just starting your journey, the excitement of discovering a coin like the 2007 Canada 1 cent is unmatched, and it reminds us all that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures are hidden in the most ordinary places, just waiting to be found. We are diving into a fascinating world that many people overlook. Right in the change jingling in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer, there could be a fortune waiting for you. Imagine holding a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, yet carries decades of history, stories, and immense value. One such extraordinary example is the 1974 Canada 1 cent, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts across North America. While most of us casually spend pennies without giving them a second thought, coins like these are extremely rare, and their value has been steadily climbing over the years. In fact, this specific treasure traces its origins back to 1948, a period that marked a significant moment in Canadian minting history. Collectors seek these coins not only for their age but also for their condition, unique minting characteristics, and the stories they tell about the era in which they were produced. If you happen to have one in pristine condition, the current market value has skyrocketed to around $1.7 million, making it an extraordinary investment piece that far exceeds its face value. But what makes this coin so desirable? For starters, the quality of preservation is critical. Coins that show minimal wear, clear engravings, and untouched surfaces are the ones that fetch top dollar at auctions and private sales. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, this coin represents a slice of history. It is a tangible connection to a time when Canada was undergoing tremendous social and economic changes, and it serves as a fascinating study for numismatists, historians, and casual collectors alike. Many people are unaware of the subtle variations in minting from year to year, and these differences can dramatically impact the coin's value. From the font used on the numbers, the spacing of the engravings, to minute differences in the metal composition, every detail counts. Collectors often spend years studying these coins to spot rare anomalies that could turn an otherwise ordinary penny into a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Furthermore, the 1974 Canada 1 cent has developed a legendary status in the collector community because of its scarcity, demand, and the stories surrounding its circulation. It is not just about monetary worth. Owning such a coin is about possessing a piece of cultural heritage that connects generations. For those who are skeptical about its value, it is important to understand that the rare coin market has seen unprecedented growth in recent years, driven by collectors, investors, and even casual hobbyists who are increasingly aware that historical coins can be one of the most reliable forms of tangible assets. Auctions for coins like the 1974 Canada 1 cent often attract international attention, and prices have been climbing steadily as more people recognize the significance of these rare finds. So, before you casually drop that old change into your piggy bank or tip jar, take a moment to examine it closely. Look for the year, the mint mark, the condition, and even the smallest imperfections. these tiny details could make all the difference. Whether it is tucked away in a dusty drawer, stored in an old coin album, or even just forgotten in a jar, your coins could be worth far more than you imagine. And the excitement doesn't stop at this single penny. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden gems from various years, mints, and countries, each carrying its own unique story and potential value. As you begin to explore, you might discover other rare coins that complement this treasure, gradually building a collection that is both historically significant and financially rewarding. Remember, the key to turning ordinary coins into a treasure trove lies in awareness, research, and patience. Every collector started with just a single coin in hand, often not realizing the incredible value they were holding until they took the time to study and verify it. If you are passionate about uncovering hidden fortunes, now is the perfect time to dive into the world of numismatics. Don't just passively hold onto your coins, inspect them, catalog them, and learn about the stories each one carries. Even if you don't have a 1974 Canada 1 cent yourself, this story is a reminder of how everyday objects can transform into extraordinary assets, and how history and investment potential intersect in the most unexpected places. So check your coins, look for the date, examine the details, and imagine the possibilities of what could be hiding in your very own collection. Your next great discovery could be just around the corner, waiting for a careful eye to recognize its true worth. Have you ever come across a coin that made your heart race, a penny or nickel that you realized could be worth a fortune? Share your experiences in the comments below, because the community of collectors thrives on sharing knowledge, spotting trends, and celebrating discoveries together. And if you want to keep learning about hidden coin treasures, rare finds, and the stories behind some of the most valuable coins in history, don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more exciting insights. Every coin has a story, and every story has the potential to change lives. Sometimes, all it takes is a second look, a bit of research, and a curious mind ready to uncover what others have overlooked. Today it's the 1974 Canada 1 cent. Tomorrow it could be a coin you've been holding for years without realizing its true worth. Stay curious, keep exploring, and let the hidden treasures in your pocket surprise you. Have you ever stopped to think that the change lying in your drawer or jar could actually be a hidden gold mine? Many people go about their daily lives completely unaware that they are holding coins worth a small fortune, and today we're diving into one such legendary piece, the 1980 Canada 1 cent. While it may look like an ordinary penny to the untrained eye, this specific coin is a rare find, particularly for collectors across North America. Interestingly, the 1981 cent shares some characteristics with earlier high-demand coins, including the famed 1948 Canada 1 cent, which makes it even more intriguing to those who carefully study minting years, designs, and subtle variations that can make a coin exceptionally valuable. The condition of your coin plays a major role in its market value. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and no scratches can fetch a surprisingly high price. As of now, the current market value for a 1980 Canada 1 cent in excellent condition has been skyrocketing, reaching around $1.80, and the demand continues to grow as collectors hunt for well-preserved examples to add to their collections. This is not just a matter of flipping a coin for quick cash, it's about understanding history, appreciating craftsmanship, and recognizing the small details that distinguish a rare find from the millions of ordinary coins minted in the same year. Each coin has its own story, from the specific mint where it was produced to slight variations in die, shape, and finish that can make all the difference in value. Many collectors have turned simple coins into life-changing finds because they took the time to look carefully, check the dates, and verify the coin's condition. Today, we'll go through what makes the 1980 Canada 1 cent so unique, how to spot the subtle details that collectors prize, and what to look for if you suspect your coin might be part of this high-demand category. We'll also discuss market trends, the rising popularity of Canadian coin collecting, and why even small denominations like the 1 cent can command astonishing sums when the right factors align. If you've ever wondered whether that handful of coins in your pocket or drawer could be worth more than their face value, now is the perfect moment to check carefully, because sometimes history hides wealth in the most unexpected places. From the historical context of the 1980 coin's production to the collector strategies that drive its market value, there's a lot to learn and a lot of excitement in discovering that you might be sitting on something extremely rare. Even if you find one that isn't in perfect condition, it's still worth examining closely, comparing with verified collector resources, and understanding how grading affects price. Over time, as more people recognize the rarity of well-preserved 1980 Canada 1-cent coins, the value is expected to continue climbing, making it an ideal coin for both experienced collectors and newcomers looking to explore hidden treasures. So, don't just overlook your change. Take a few minutes to carefully inspect the coins you have, look for the date, check the condition, and you might just find yourself holding a piece of history that could pay off in ways you never imagined. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a casual hobbyist, or someone just curious about coin values, the 1980 Canada 1-cent offers a fascinating glimpse into the world of numismatics, the stories behind everyday currency, and the excitement of finding something rare in what seems ordinary. As we continue exploring, keep in mind that knowledge is key. Knowing what to look for, understanding mint marks, and being able to distinguish subtle variations can turn a common coin into a highly sought-after collectible. By the end of today's journey, you'll see why even the smallest coin can have immense historical and monetary significance, and how taking the time to examine your coins could lead to a rewarding discovery. So, grab your jar of coins, dig through your drawers, and pay close attention to the 1980 Canada 1-cent, because this is one small piece of history that could potentially change everything for you, combining the thrill of collecting with the very real possibility of a financial surprise. Do you have this coin in your collection or in your pocket right now? Let us know in the comments below, share your experiences, and don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more hidden gems, rare discoveries, and insider tips that will help you uncover the incredible stories and values behind coins that most people overlook every day. Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we uncover the hidden value behind ordinary-looking coins that could change your life. And today we are diving into a fascinating story that might make you rush to your drawer of old change because ever wondered if that forgotten coin lying around is actually a hidden gold mine. You would be shocked to know how many everyday people are unknowingly holding onto a small fortune. And today's spotlight is on a legendary Canadian coin that collectors cannot stop talking about. The Canada 1-cent that traces its roots back to the historic 1948 issue, a coin struck during a critical moment in Canada's monetary history, making it incredibly desirable across North America. Many people confuse it with later dates like 2005 and spend it without a second thought, but the real treasure lies in identifying the correct year and details, especially the date and overall condition, because when this coin is found in excellent shape with sharp details and minimal wear, its market value is skyrocketing right now and serious collectors are paying premium prices to own one. What makes this coin so special is its limited availability, historical importance, and the fact that many were lost to circulation over time, meaning high-grade examples are becoming harder and harder to find. This is why experts are urging people not to ignore their loose change, not to rush and spend old pennies, but instead take a closer look, examine the date carefully. Check the surface, edges, and design, because you might be holding a coin that is worth far more than its face value, sometimes even turning a simple 1-cent piece into a massive payday. So before you toss that old coin aside, take a moment to inspect it, because your next big discovery could already be in your pocket. Let me know in the comments if you have this coin or if you are going to check your collection right now. And don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more incredible hidden gems and real coin stories that could make you rich. We are diving into a coin that might be quietly sitting in your drawer without you ever realizing its true potential, because imagine holding a small, ordinary-looking Canada 1-cent coin that most people would ignore or even throw away. But what if that simple piece of change was actually a legendary collector's item with a story stretching back through generations? The Canada 1-cent from key historical years like 1867, 1948, and even the highly discussed 1992 issues has captured massive attention among collectors across North America, especially coins from 1948 which were minted during a rare transitional period in Canadian history, making them far more desirable than most people think. These coins become extremely valuable when found in great condition with clear details, sharp edges, and minimal wear, and while many examples are only worth $1 or $2 today, prices are steadily rising as demand increases and high-quality pieces disappear from circulation. Collectors are always searching rolls, jars, and old collections hoping to uncover that one perfect coin, because sometimes the real treasure is not about instant millions but about steady value growth and historical significance. So before you spend that old penny or toss it aside, take a closer look at the date, condition, and details. Because you might be holding a small piece of Canadian history that could turn into a surprising payday in the future. Check your pockets, your drawers, and your old coin jars, and if you find one of these Canada 1-cent coins, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more hidden gems that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and misunderstood coins that collectors across North America are hunting for right now, the legendary Canada 1-cent that has shocked everyday people when they suddenly realized the small brown coin sitting quietly in an old drawer, a piggy bank, or a jar of mixed change was not just spare money but a powerful piece of history with serious value attached to it. Because when people talk about valuable Canadian pennies, many get confused by dates and designs, but the true star of today's story is the 1948 Canada 1-cent, a coin born in a dramatic moment in Canadian history, a year that marked a major transition for the nation and forever changed its coinage. Because in 1947 King George VI removed the title Emperor of India from his name after India gained independence. And as a result the Royal Canadian Mint had to redesign the obverse legend on all coins, but the new dies were not ready immediately, which created a rare and fascinating situation in 1948 where only a very limited number of cents were struck, making this one of the lowest mintage Canadian pennies of the modern era. And this single historical detail is exactly why collectors go wild when they see that simple 1948 date under the maple leaves. Because scarcity plus history equals demand, and demand is what drives prices higher and higher over time. Especially when more people enter the hobby and start realizing how few of these coins actually exist in high condition today. And here is where the story becomes truly exciting for everyday viewers. Because unlike ancient gold coins locked away in museums, the 1948 Canadian cent was a circulation coin, meaning it was used by normal people to buy bread, milk, and newspapers, which means many were worn down, scratched, damaged, or lost, making clean examples incredibly hard to find today. And if you happen to own one that escaped heavy circulation, with strong details on the maple leaves, clear lettering, minimal wear on King George VI's portrait, and a smooth original surface, you could be holding a coin that collectors are willing to pay serious money for, because in circulated condition it may already be worth many times its face value, but in higher grades the price jumps dramatically, and in near mint or uncirculated condition examples have been known to sell for eye-opening amounts at auctions, with values ranging from hundreds to well over $1,000 depending on grade, eye appeal, and certification, which is why people searching through inherited collections or old family jars sometimes experience that heart-stopping moment when they finally notice the date and realize they are holding a key date coin that most people will never find in their lifetime. And what makes this even more powerful is that many Canadians and collectors in the United States are not fully aware of how rare this cent really is. So examples still surface quietly, sold cheaply at flea markets, mixed into bulk lots, or overlooked in old albums, and that is why we always say on Old Coins Prices never assume a small coin means small value, because value is created by rarity, history, and condition, not size, and if you want to check your own coins properly you should start by looking closely at the date under good lighting, confirming it clearly reads 1948 with no damage or corrosion hiding the numbers. Then examine the maple leaves on the reverse for sharp lines and separation. Check the rim for dents, and look at the portrait for flatness or heavy wear, because every tiny detail matters when collectors evaluate price, and if you believe you have a strong example it may be worth having it authenticated or graded, since certified coins often sell for significantly more due to buyer confidence, And while we talk about prices going up, it is important to understand why the market keeps moving. Because demand for Canadian key date cents has been increasing steadily as more collectors build complete date sets, investors diversify into tangible assets, and social media spreads awareness of rare coins faster than ever before, meaning that coins once known only to specialists are now being hunted by thousands of new eyes. And this creates competition, and competition pushes prices upward, especially for coins like the 1948 cent where supply is permanently limited and cannot increase. And this is why many experts believe that high-grade examples will continue to rise over time, making them not just collectible treasures but potential long-term stores of value. And the most exciting part of all is that this journey often begins in the most ordinary places: a dusty drawer, a forgotten tin, a box passed down from grandparents, or a handful of coins saved without any idea of their future importance, because history has a funny way of hiding wealth in plain sight. And the people who benefit are the ones curious enough to look closer, patient enough to learn, and smart enough not to spend first and ask questions later, which is exactly why channels like Old Coins Prices exist, to open your eyes to the hidden stories and silent value resting inside everyday objects. So before you dismiss that old Canadian penny as nothing special, take a moment, check the date, study the details, and remember that a single cent from 1948 can tell a story of empire, independence, scarcity, and collector passion all at once, and it just might turn out to be one of the most valuable small discoveries you ever make. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever checked your old Canadian coins? Do you own a 1948 cent? Or have you ever discovered a valuable coin by accident? Let me know in the comments. Keep searching, keep learning, and don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more hidden gems waiting to be found. We are diving deep into a coin that almost nobody pays attention to but many people unknowingly have sitting in drawers, jars, wallets, and old collections. Because ever wondered if that old change sitting in your drawer is actually a hidden gold mine? You would be shocked to know how many everyday people are holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. And that is exactly why today we are talking about a legendary and highly talked about coin, the Canada 25 cent, connected to the historic 1948 Canada 1 cent era, a period that changed Canadian coinage forever, making coins from this time incredibly desirable to collectors across North America and beyond. Because 1948 was a turning point year when Canada removed the word imperator from its coins after gaining greater independence, which instantly made coins associated with this era more collectible and historically important. And when we talk about rarity in coin collecting, it is not just about how old a coin is but about its story, its condition, its minting history, and the demand surrounding it. And this is where many people get confused because they casually spend coins without realizing that condition is everything. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance can be worth only a few cents if it is worn out, scratched, or damaged. But if the same coin is found in great condition with clear details, strong strikes, original luster, and minimal wear, its value can multiply dramatically. And that is why collectors are paying close attention to these Canadian cents and quarters connected to the 1948 transition period. Because supply is limited and demand keeps growing as more collectors enter the market every year, especially younger collectors who are discovering coin collecting through social media, YouTube, and online auctions. And when demand rises faster than supply, prices naturally start to climb. Which is why current market values are skyrocketing and surprising even longtime collectors. Some coins that were ignored for decades are now selling for impressive amounts depending on grade and eye appeal. And the most exciting part is that many of these coins were saved by ordinary people who had no idea they were holding on to something special. Maybe a grandfather kept it in a small box. Maybe it was mixed in old change passed down through generations. Or maybe it was simply forgotten in a drawer. And this is exactly why I always tell you never rush to spend old coins without checking the date, the design, and the condition, because one quick look could save you from accidentally spending something that collectors would gladly pay real money for. And when it comes to the Canada 1 cent from the 1948 era, collectors look closely at the portrait details, the lettering sharpness, the color of the copper, and any signs of cleaning, because cleaned coins often lose value even if they are rare. while original untouched surfaces are highly prized, and grading plays a huge role in determining the final price. Coins graded higher by professional services can sell for many times more than raw ungraded examples, and this is where patience and knowledge come into play, because selling too fast without understanding what you have can mean leaving money on the table. And in today's market, we are seeing increased interest not just from Canadian collectors but from American and international buyers as well, which pushes prices even higher, and online platforms have made it easier than ever for collectors to compete for the best examples, driving bidding wars on well-preserved coins. And that is why even a coin with a face value of just 1 cent or 25 cents can turn into something far more valuable than anyone ever expected. And this is not about hype but about history, rarity, and collector psychology, because people love owning a piece of the past, especially one connected to an important national change. And as more people learn about these coins, fewer of them remain hidden, making surviving high-quality examples even scarcer over time. And this creates a powerful cycle where awareness increases demand, demand increases value, and value encourages more searching. So if you have old Canadian coins, do not ignore them. Take them out, examine them under good light, compare them with reference images, and consider getting expert advice before making any decision. Because that simple step could turn an overlooked coin into a meaningful payday. And stories like these are why coin collecting is not just a hobby but a treasure hunt that anyone can join, regardless of age or background. All it takes is curiosity and a little knowledge, and that is exactly what we try to share here every single day. So before you toss that old change aside or spend it without thinking, remember that history does not always sit in museums. Sometimes it hides quietly in your pocket waiting for the right person to notice it. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever found an old Canadian coin in your collection or change? Did you ever discover something valuable when you least expected it? Share your story in the comments because your experience might inspire someone else to start looking. And don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more hidden gems, rare coin stories, and valuable discoveries that prove treasure can be closer than you think. We're diving deep into a coin that might be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, drawer, or old coin collection, yet it holds the potential to completely change your perspective on everyday currency. Imagine finding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, something as simple as a 2001 Canada 25 cents. But upon closer inspection, it turns out to be an incredibly rare and highly sought-after treasure. Coins like these are not just pieces of metal. They are fragments of history, small artifacts that carry the story of a nation, the artistry of the mint, and the thrill of discovery. Now, what makes this particular coin so special is not just the year it was minted, but also its rarity and condition. Collectors across North America are on the lookout for pristine examples, because when a coin survives decades without wear, scratches, or corrosion, it suddenly becomes far more valuable than its face value. In the case of the 2001 Canada 25 cents, the market value has been skyrocketing, with some examples fetching as much as $1,500 depending on their grade, eye appeal, and historical significance. But this story doesn't stop there. Many people hold coins from the 1948 Canada 1 cent series, which are directly related in terms of minting history and variations. These coins were struck during a fascinating era when the Canadian Mint was experimenting with different compositions, designs, and even subtle mistakes that now make certain pieces highly collectible. Some coins carry tiny die cracks, double strikes, or variations in the mint mark that can completely change their value overnight. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike have been hunting for these coins for years, scouring flea markets, garage sales, and even checking the loose change in their pockets, because finding one in excellent condition can mean a payoff far beyond what most people ever expect. The beauty of coin collecting is that the story behind the coin is just as important as its monetary worth. Each scratch, shine, and minting detail tells a story of how it traveled through time, exchanged hands, and survived the wear of decades. So, before you toss that handful of change into the cash register or piggy bank, take a moment to examine each coin carefully. Look for the year, study the mint mark, and notice even the smallest differences in color, weight, or strike quality. Even a coin that seems mundane at first could be hiding a massive payday if it turns out to be one of these rare variations. And here's the secret many people don't realize: the market for collectible coins is only growing. Enthusiasts are willing to pay premium prices for coins that are rare, historically significant, or in exceptional condition, and what might seem like a simple quarter today could be tomorrow's multi-thousand-dollar treasure. That's why your old coins, those sitting forgotten in drawers, jars, or envelopes, might be worth a closer look. Collecting coins is not just about the money, it's about preserving history, appreciating craftsmanship, and the excitement of discovery. Imagine the thrill of picking up a coin you thought was ordinary, and realizing it could be worth more than a car, a vacation, or even a small home improvement project. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, it's the coin that least looks like a treasure that turns out to be the most valuable. So, take your time, examine your collection, and don't overlook the years like 2001 or the 1948 Canada 1 cent, because hidden gems are everywhere. Keep in mind that condition matters immensely. A coin that has been cleaned improperly or damaged may lose a significant portion of its value, while a coin that has been preserved in its original state could command astonishing prices. Experts often emphasize that grading plays a crucial role in determining value, and even tiny differences in how a coin appears can separate a common piece from a collector's prize. This is why professional appraisals, careful research, and attention to detail are essential. And the excitement doesn't end there. The thrill of spotting a rare coin among ordinary change is unmatched, the kind of discovery that sparks a lifelong passion, or even changes your financial situation in unexpected ways. So, next time you open your wallet or dig through an old jar of coins, remember that something as small as a 2001 Canada 25 cents, or a 1948 Canada 1 cent, might be more than just pocket change. It could be a hidden treasure that collectors have been searching for years. Don't just let it slip by. Study it, value it, and consider its potential. Who knows, that coin you've overlooked could be your gateway into the fascinating world of rare coins, history, and unexpected fortune. Check the date, notice the details, and explore the possibilities. And if you do happen to own one of these extraordinary coins, share your story in the comments because every collector's find deserves to be celebrated. Stay tuned, follow our channel, and keep hunting for those hidden gems, because you never know when an ordinary coin will reveal itself as an extraordinary treasure. Combined with the historical significance and the subtle minting details that differentiate it from countless others produced in circulation, adds to its allure and potential value. For those who might still be skeptical, it's worth noting that the coin's appeal isn't just about age, it's about the story it carries, the uniqueness of its minting errors, and the growing interest from collectors who are always searching for items that stand out in terms of scarcity and condition. Every tiny scratch, every gleam of the original finish, and every perfectly struck detail can add tremendous value, making even a single coin a potential treasure. Imagine the excitement of sifting through your old change and discovering that one coin that could make a difference, not just financially but historically, connecting you to a moment in time that has been preserved through careful minting. Collectors often share stories of stumbling upon coins in family collections, finding one with the precise date, mint mark, and condition that elevates it from a common piece to a rare gem worth hundreds or even thousands. That's why it's crucial to carefully examine your coins, noting the year, condition, and any unique characteristics that might indicate rarity or historical significance. Even a coin that seems insignificant at first could be a key piece in a collection, highly sought after by enthusiasts who understand its true value. In today's market, interest in vintage and rare coins is growing exponentially, fueled by a combination of nostalgia, historical appreciation, and the potential for investment. The 2005 Canada 5 cents is a prime example of this phenomenon, demonstrating that even relatively modern coins can hold immense value if they meet the right criteria. It's not just about having old coins, it's about having the right ones, preserved in conditions that collectors prize. So, don't just let your coins sit in a drawer, take the time to inspect them closely. Look for the date, the mint mark, and any distinctive features that could signal rarity. Consider consulting collectors' guides or online resources to better understand what to look for, because knowledge is your first step toward uncovering hidden treasures. As more people discover the true potential of coins like this, the market continues to grow, creating opportunities for everyday people to turn forgotten change into substantial finds. The thrill of uncovering a rare coin is matched only by the satisfaction of knowing you've preserved a piece of history while potentially profiting from it. Coins like the 2005 Canada 5 cents, tied to historical significance and exceptional demand, show that sometimes the most extraordinary discoveries are hiding in plain sight. So, take a closer look at your collection, share your finds, and engage with fellow enthusiasts to learn more about the hidden gems that might be right under your nose. You never know, one careful glance at your coins today could lead to a massive payday tomorrow, and more importantly, it could connect you to a fascinating story of history, craftsmanship, and value that spans decades. We are diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, uncovering hidden treasures that might be sitting quietly in your drawer or loose change jar. Imagine this: everyday coins that you barely notice could actually be worth thousands, or even millions, to the right collector. One particular example that has been gaining incredible attention among collectors and numismatic enthusiasts is the 2020 Canada 5 cents coin. But what makes this coin so special? It is directly linked in demand and historical significance to the legendary 1948 Canada 1 cent, a piece that has fascinated collectors across North America for decades. This coin isn't just another round of metal, it carries with it a story, a snapshot of a moment in history that many coin enthusiasts chase relentlessly. Condition plays a critical role here. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, showing no signs of wear and tear, could fetch prices that are absolutely mind-blowing. Right now, the market value for a coin in excellent condition is skyrocketing, currently around $1.70 for certain rarities, and this number is expected to continue climbing as demand increases and the availability of well-preserved coins dwindles. Collectors are often drawn to subtle details: the mint mark, the quality of the strike, the luster of the metal, and even the tiniest imperfections that set one coin apart from another. It's astonishing how a simple piece of change, something that most of us overlook every day, can actually represent decades of history, craftsmanship, and immense financial potential. The 2020 Canada 5 cents, despite its modern minting date, shares characteristics with those high-demand historical pieces, making it a must-watch for anyone interested in the coin market. If you have one in your collection, or even loose in a drawer, it could be worth more than you ever imagined. This is why it's essential to always check your coins carefully. Look at the date, examine the condition, and research if it matches the rare versions that collectors are eagerly seeking. Even a single coin in the right condition could represent a life-changing amount, and with so many people unaware of the true value of what they already own, opportunities abound for the observant collector. Beyond just the monetary value, owning such a coin connects you to a rich tapestry of history, craftsmanship, and culture. It's not just metal, it's a piece of heritage, a tangible link to the past, and an asset that grows in significance with each passing year. So, don't just let your coins sit unnoticed. Take the time to inspect, learn, and discover what treasures you might already have in your hands. Comment below if you've ever found a coin that surprised you with its value, share your experiences, and follow Old Coins Prices to stay updated on all the hidden gems that might be waiting in your own collection. Remember, these coins aren't just collectibles, they're stories, history, and potential wealth rolled into one, and every coin you own could be the next legendary discovery that changes everything. Keep checking your coins, stay curious, and don't miss out on the hidden fortunes that ordinary people are sitting on every day. We're diving into one of the most intriguing coins that collectors across North America are hunting for, the 2018 Canada 5 cents, which is tied to the legendary 1948 Canada 1 cent series. Many people overlook these coins, thinking of them as ordinary pocket change, but the truth is that a single coin in excellent condition can be worth a small fortune. Imagine digging through your old coin jar and finding a piece that was minted decades ago, during a time when minting errors, rare production numbers, and unique finishes were far more common, creating the perfect storm for collectible value today. The 1948 Canada 1 cent, in particular, is a high-demand item because of its scarcity and historical significance. This coin represents not only Canadian heritage but also a fascinating glimpse into post-war minting practices, the metal composition used, and the subtle design differences that make each year unique. Collectors look for impeccable details, clear dates, sharp reliefs, and uncirculated surfaces, because these small factors can exponentially increase a coin's value, sometimes making it worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. In today's market, the value of coins like these has absolutely skyrocketed, with collectors willing to pay a premium for the right piece, particularly ones that have survived decades in perfect or near-perfect condition. The excitement comes from knowing that everyday people are unknowingly holding these treasures in their drawers, wallets, or even old coin rolls, and they could potentially turn what seems like mere change into a serious payday. To spot these valuable coins, it's essential to look closely at the date, mint mark, and overall condition, because even tiny differences in design or wear can make all the difference in valuation. For example, a coin that has a clear, readable 1948 date and no scratches or wear is far more desirable than one that has been in circulation and shows signs of heavy use. Beyond condition, historical context adds another layer of value. Collectors love stories and provenance, and coins that carry a unique backstory, such as limited production runs or special minting circumstances, often fetch higher prices at auctions or private sales. Many people are surprised to learn that coins from seemingly ordinary years can suddenly become highly sought after once collectors realize their rarity, or when market trends shift, which is why it's always worth keeping an eye on even the smallest denominations. Another interesting aspect is that coins like the 2018 Canada 5 cents tied to the 1948 series have an appeal not just in North America but globally, as international collectors are drawn to coins with historical significance, pristine condition, and scarce availability. If you happen to find one of these coins in your collection, it's important not to rush into selling it without getting a professional appraisal, because knowing the exact grade and authenticity can significantly impact its value. The thrill of coin collecting lies in discovering these hidden gems, learning about their history, and watching their value grow over time as collectors continue to compete for the rarest pieces. So next time you sift through that old change jar or examine coins tucked away in drawers, pay attention to the dates and details. You could be sitting on a piece that has transformed from ordinary pocket change into a remarkable collector's item worth a substantial sum. Coins like these also teach us patience and the importance of preservation, reminding us that sometimes the smallest, most overlooked objects carry incredible stories and financial potential. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, the journey of finding and appreciating coins like the 1948 Canada 1 cent linked to the 2018 5 cents can be both thrilling and rewarding, and it emphasizes that history, rarity, and condition all converge to create extraordinary value. Don't forget to check your collections regularly, handle your coins carefully to maintain their condition, and always stay informed about market trends, because the value of collectible coins can fluctuate, and today's overlooked penny could become tomorrow's high-demand treasure. If you have one of these coins in your pocket or tucked away at home, you might be closer than you think to uncovering a hidden fortune that could change your life. Make sure to leave a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, share your experiences, and follow Old Coins Prices for more tips, stories, and discoveries about the incredible hidden gems that are sitting in everyday pockets and drawers around the world. Keep exploring, keep collecting, and remember that sometimes, the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprises, proving that history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can transform ordinary change into extraordinary wealth, making every coin you examine a potential treasure waiting to be discovered. Welcome back to our channel, Old Coins Prices. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating world that many of you might overlook every day. The world of coins, small pieces of history that often carry immense value if you know what to look for. You might have noticed some old coins lying around in your drawers, in jars, or even forgotten in your wallet, and while they may seem insignificant, some of these coins are actually hidden treasures, highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. One such incredible piece we're exploring today is the 2008 Canada 5-cent coin, which may seem ordinary at first glance, but has a story, a rarity, and a market value that makes it a must-check for anyone serious about coin collecting. Now, what makes this coin so special is not just its age or its design, but the fact that it is part of a very limited mintage, a coin that stands out among the thousands produced in its year, and that collectors across North America are constantly hunting for. If you happen to own one of these coins in pristine condition, you might be sitting on a fortune that is currently valued at over $1,000, and this number is only climbing as the demand continues to rise. But let's not rush past the details. Each coin tells a story, from the artwork engraved on its surface, reflecting Canadian heritage, to the subtle variations in mint marks and striking errors that make certain coins rare enough to fetch astronomical prices. For instance, many coins have slight variations that are often overlooked: the thickness of the lettering, the alignment of the date, or even tiny imperfections in the metal can turn a regular coin into a collector's dream. People often underestimate the importance of these small details, thinking a coin is worth only its face value. But history has shown us time and time again that coins like the 1948 Canada 1 cent or our focus today, the 2008 5 cents, can suddenly spike in value when collectors realize just how rare and unique they are. The market for collectible coins has grown tremendously over the past decade, fueled not only by nostalgia and historical interest, but also by the recognition of coins as investment opportunities. Collectors often scour thrift stores, estate sales, and even loose change in search of coins that are undervalued, and a single discovery can lead to significant financial rewards. Imagine finding a coin that most people pass over every day, only to discover that it is worth more than your monthly rent or even a small car. This is not fiction. There are countless stories of ordinary people finding rare coins in their possession and suddenly gaining substantial wealth. To maximize your chances of discovering such treasures, it's crucial to learn what to look for, understanding mint years, recognizing rare mint marks, identifying proof coins versus circulated ones, and paying attention to condition, as even minor scratches or wear can dramatically affect value. In the case of the 2008 Canada 5 cents coin, collectors are particularly drawn to coins that have maintained their original luster, free from circulation damage, because these coins are harder to come by and often command premium prices. Beyond just monetary value, these coins carry historical significance, representing the artistry, technology, and economy of their time. Owning such a coin is like holding a small piece of Canadian history in your hand, a tangible link to the past that has survived decades, sometimes even centuries, of change and wear. And it's not just about rare coins. Many coins considered ordinary can become highly valuable over time if they are well preserved, so it's worth examining each coin carefully rather than assuming it has little value. We encourage you to start by organizing your collection, checking dates, mint marks, and conditions, and consulting reliable guides or experts to determine potential value. And remember, patience and attention to detail are key. The more you study, the better your chances of spotting a coin that others overlook. So, before you spend that coin in your pocket or toss it aside, take a moment to inspect it closely. Look at the date, examine the design, and consider whether it might be more than just pocket change. With coins like the 2008 Canada 5 cents, the opportunities are real, and the rewards can be significant. Have you ever come across a coin you later realized was highly valuable? Share your story in the comments, because your experience could help someone else recognize a hidden gem. And as we continue to explore the fascinating world of coin collecting on Old Coins Prices, make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into rare coins, market trends, and tips for spotting those elusive treasures that can change your life. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's a journey through history, economics, and the thrill of discovery, and every coin tells a story waiting to be uncovered. So start exploring, check those drawers and pockets, and who knows, you might be holding on to the next great collectible right now, just waiting for the right moment to reveal its true worth. We are diving into a fascinating world that most people overlook every single day, the hidden treasures lurking in your pocket change, drawers, or old collections. Have you ever thought that those small coins you casually toss aside or keep in a jar might actually be worth a small fortune? Well, today, we are focusing on a legendary piece that has captivated collectors across North America, the 1948 Canada 1-cent coin, which, despite its humble appearance, is now one of the most sought-after collectibles from mid-20th century Canadian coinage. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it is a fragment of history, representing post-war Canada, an era of transformation and growth, and a time when coins were struck with incredible attention to detail that modern minting sometimes lacks. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin because of its rarity, historical significance, and the fact that surviving specimens in excellent condition are becoming increasingly scarce. The 1948 Canada 1-cent coin has specific characteristics that make it stand out: the precise minting details on the maple leaf, the luster of the original copper surface, and even subtle variations that occurred during production, which only a trained eye can identify. If you happen to have one in pristine condition, you are potentially sitting on a current market value of around $1.20. But this is not just a number, it is a testament to the coin's desirability and the frenzy in the collector's market. Over the past decade, these coins have been consistently climbing in value, as both professional collectors and new enthusiasts alike are scouring eBay, coin shops, and estate sales to find examples of this classic penny. And the reason behind this surge in interest is quite simple. Historical coins carry stories, nostalgia, and a tangible connection to the past that modern currency simply cannot offer. When you hold a 1948 Canadian cent, you are holding a piece of the country's post-war identity, crafted at a time when coins were more than just money, they were miniature works of art. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Variations in minting, such as die cracks, double strikes, or minute differences in the lettering, can significantly increase the coin's value, sometimes multiplying it many times over. This is why collectors emphasize not only the year and condition but also the minutest details that can transform a common coin into a rare treasure. And let's talk about condition. Grading coins has become an essential part of the market, with coins graded from poor to mint state, and those in top condition fetching prices that leave many casual collectors amazed. Even small factors, such as the preservation of the coin's original shine, minimal scratches, and a clear, legible date, play a huge role in determining value. So, if you have a 1948 Canada 1-cent coin in your collection, it's crucial to examine it closely, possibly get it graded by a professional, and understand its unique characteristics. But beyond the technicalities, there is a thrill that comes with owning a piece of history, the excitement of knowing that something you held in your hand every day decades ago is now a rare collector's item with a rapidly increasing value. Many collectors tell stories of finding these coins in old change jars, inherited collections, or even forgotten corners of the home, and the moment they realize what they have is priceless, sometimes literally. And this is just one example. Across the world, countless coins that seem ordinary hide similar stories and values, waiting for the sharp-eyed individual to uncover them. From Canada to the United States, from rare pennies to nickels and dimes, the market for collectible coins has never been stronger, driven by both historical fascination and the potential for serious financial gain. So, take a moment to look at your collection, your old change, or that jar of coins you've been saving. You may be surprised at what lies there, quietly increasing in value every year. Remember, coins like the 1948 Canada 1-cent are not just currency, they are artifacts, each carrying a story of a bygone era, a testament to craftsmanship, and for the fortunate few, a ticket to a potentially life-changing find. Don't just let your coins gather dust or get spent without a second thought. Check the dates, study the details, and you may be holding a fortune in your hand without even knowing it. And if you do discover this rare coin, it's worth sharing with fellow collectors and enthusiasts, because the joy of uncovering a hidden gem is magnified when shared. So, look closely at your coins, explore their history, understand their value, and perhaps you will be the next person to find a 1948 Canada 1-cent in top condition, adding it to a collection that not only preserves history but also holds an incredible market value. Stay tuned to Old Coins Prices, because we will continue to explore rare coins, hidden treasures, and the fascinating stories behind them, helping you turn everyday change into extraordinary discoveries that could change your life forever. We are diving into a fascinating story about coins that many people overlook every single day. Imagine walking into your home and opening an old drawer, only to discover that what you thought was mere change could actually be a treasure worth thousands of dollars. That's right, some of the coins you have tucked away might be hiding fortunes that numismatists and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. In today's episode, we are going to focus on a truly legendary piece, the 2008 Canada 5-cent coin. At first glance, it may appear to be just another nickel, a coin used for everyday purchases, something most people never give a second thought to. But what makes this coin special is its rarity and the story behind its minting, which links back to an even earlier era of Canadian coinage, specifically the 1948 Canada 1 cent that has become a high-demand item for collectors across North America. The combination of minting anomalies, limited circulation, and historical significance has made this coin extremely sought after. If you happen to have one in excellent condition, the current market value is absolutely staggering, soaring to approximately $1,300, and in some cases even higher depending on the grade and preservation. This is not just about owning a piece of metal, it is about holding a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past, to a time when coins were crafted with a level of precision and care that modern mass production rarely replicates. Collectors are particularly interested in coins like this because they tell a story, not just about the economy of the time, but about the artistry, the culture, and even the errors or variations that can occur in the minting process. For example, subtle differences in the die, minute scratches, or variations in the engraving can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary collectible that can fetch prices well beyond its face value. Over the years, the market for rare coins has grown tremendously. What was once a hobby reserved for the wealthy or specialized numismatists is now accessible to anyone with a keen eye and a willingness to learn. Social media, online marketplaces, and collector forums have made it easier than ever to identify, verify, and sell these hidden treasures. But it all begins with awareness. Simply knowing the right dates, mint marks, and variations can make the difference between tossing a coin in the jar and discovering a life-changing find. Let's break down why the 2008 Canada 5 cents has captured so much attention. First, its limited mintage in certain regions created scarcity that collectors crave. Second, its connection to earlier iconic coins, like the 1948 Canada 1 cent, adds historical context that increases its desirability. And third, condition plays a crucial role. A coin that has been kept in pristine condition, free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, is worth far more than one that has circulated widely. The numismatic community constantly monitors auction results, dealer prices, and private sales to track which coins are trending, and right now, this specific coin is in the spotlight. Imagine holding one in your hand, knowing that what most people would toss aside could actually be worth more than a month's salary. This excitement is exactly what drives coin collecting as a hobby and an investment. Not only does it offer the thrill of discovery, but it also provides a tangible, secure way to diversify your assets. Unlike stocks or digital currencies, a rare coin has intrinsic value and a history that you can hold and appreciate. And it isn't just about monetary value. Owning a piece of history allows you to connect with the past in a very real way. Each coin has a story, the era it comes from, the events that shaped the nation at the time, and the craftsmanship that went into creating it. For instance, the 2008 Canada 5 cents coin is more than just a nickel. It is a symbol of the meticulous artistry of Canadian minting practices, a reflection of the economic conditions of its era, and a collectible that carries a narrative cherished by enthusiasts worldwide. If you are someone who enjoys the thrill of hunting for hidden treasures, then examining the coins in your pocket or drawer could be the start of an exciting journey. The first step is to look for dates carefully. Coins from certain years, especially those with low circulation numbers or mint errors, tend to be highly sought after. Check for the condition of the coin. Shiny, uncirculated coins without blemishes are far more valuable. Even minor variations can make a huge difference. collectors often pay premium prices for unique characteristics that set a coin apart from the ordinary. You might not realize it, but the difference between a common coin and a rare collectible is sometimes just a matter of tiny details. Imagine discovering a coin that has been sitting unnoticed in your wallet, your drawer, or a jar for years, only to learn that it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That is the thrill of numismatics, the excitement of uncovering a secret that has been hiding in plain sight. In conclusion, whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who has never thought twice about the coins in their possession, today's focus on the 2008 Canada 5 cents is a reminder to pay attention. These coins are more than currency. They are pieces of history, investments, and sometimes life-changing treasures. So, check your collection, inspect your coins carefully, look for the date, and consider their condition. You might just be holding a piece of history with immense value. If you happen to have this coin in your pocket, let us know in the comments. We would love to hear about your discoveries and experiences. Don't forget to follow Old Coins Prices for more videos uncovering hidden treasures, rare coins, and the fascinating stories behind them. Every coin has a tale to tell, and you never know when the next discovery could turn an ordinary day into an extraordinary one. Keep your eyes open, your coins close, and your curiosity alive, because the world of rare coins is vast, intriguing, and full of surprises just waiting to be uncovered. We are diving into one of the most fascinating hidden treasures that might be sitting unnoticed in your very own drawer or coin collection. Imagine for a moment that the loose change you've been casually tossing aside could actually be worth thousands, or even more, depending on its rarity and condition. That's the magic of coin collecting. Ordinary items from your everyday life can turn into extraordinary finds. One coin that has been creating waves in the collector's market is the 1948 Canada 1 cent, a piece that is highly sought after across North America. This coin isn't just a simple piece of copper, it's a piece of history, minted over 7 decades ago during a time when coins were carefully crafted with precision and care. Collectors today are always on the lookout for coins from this era, especially ones that are in exceptional condition, because they tell a story about a time gone by and represent a connection to the past that we can physically hold in our hands. The demand for such coins has been steadily increasing, and the current market value has skyrocketed to $1.40, making it an exciting opportunity for anyone who happens to have one. But the key to unlocking this value lies in understanding exactly what makes a coin like this so special. First, the date is crucial. Many people overlook it, but the year 1948 marked a period of significant minting activity in Canada, and coins from that time are rarer than you might think. Additionally, collectors pay close attention to the condition of the coin. A coin that has been kept in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or other marks of wear, can fetch a significantly higher price than one that has been circulated and worn down over the decades. It's not just about the copper or the size. It's about the story the coin carries, the rarity, and the demand among collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a piece that represents both history and scarcity. Now, you might be wondering how to identify if your coin is one of these valuable specimens. The first step is to inspect it carefully. Look for the year stamped on the coin, check for any unusual markings or minting errors, and assess its overall condition. Coins with sharp, clear designs and minimal wear are the most prized, while those that are heavily worn or damaged may still have some value but are less likely to attract top dollar offers. Another interesting aspect to consider is the provenance of the coin, where it came from and how it has been stored over the years. Coins that have been kept in collections, in protective cases, or away from moisture and air tend to retain their luster and quality, which directly impacts their market value. The 1948 Canada 1 cent is especially appealing to collectors because it represents a time when coins were more carefully struck, and every piece had distinct features that can be used to identify authenticity. This is important in a world where counterfeit coins occasionally appear in the market, so understanding the unique characteristics of the genuine article is key. As we explore the potential of this coin further, it's exciting to realize that many everyday people unknowingly hold these treasures in their pockets, drawers, or old coin jars, simply because they were never aware of their value. This is the thrill of coin collecting. It's like a treasure hunt, and the treasure might be sitting right under your nose. If you happen to find a 1948 Canada 1 cent in great condition, the current market value of $1.40 can provide a substantial windfall, making it more than just a nostalgic keepsake. It's a tangible connection to history and a potential investment opportunity rolled into one. Over time, as collectors continue to compete for scarce coins and the market continues to recognize the importance of these historical pieces, the value is likely to keep climbing, which makes today the perfect moment to start inspecting your collections or even take a closer look at your everyday change. So, whether you are a seasoned collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone curious about the hidden treasures that might be lying around your home, the 1948 Canada 1 cent represents a fascinating opportunity to explore the world of coins, learn about history, and possibly uncover a fortune. Don't just spend these coins casually. Take the time to examine them, understand their unique features, and appreciate the story they tell. Share your findings with the community, compare notes with other collectors, and who knows, you might just be holding a coin that could change your life. Have you ever checked your drawers, old jars, or coin collections for hidden gems like this? Take a moment to look carefully at the dates, conditions, and features of your coins, because even the smallest piece could be the key to a remarkable discovery. And if you happen to have this rare 1948 Canada 1 cent, make sure to let us know in the comments below. The excitement of discovering a coin of such rarity and value is unparalleled, and sharing that moment with fellow collectors adds to the thrill. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story can lead to life-changing opportunities. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and continue exploring the world of coins, because the next hidden gem could be sitting right in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. We are diving into one of the most fascinating hidden treasures that might be sitting unnoticed in your very own drawer or coin collection. Imagine for a moment that the loose change you've been casually tossing aside could actually be worth thousands, or even more, depending on its rarity and condition. That's the magic of coin collecting. Ordinary items from your everyday life can turn into extraordinary finds. One coin that has been creating waves in the collector's market is the 1948 Canada 1 cent, a piece that is highly sought after across North America. This coin isn't just a simple piece of copper, it's a piece of history, minted over 7 decades ago during a time when coins were carefully crafted with precision and care. Collectors today are always on the lookout for coins from this era, especially ones that are in exceptional condition, because they tell a story about a time gone by and represent a connection to the past that we can physically hold in our hands. The demand for such coins has been steadily increasing, and the current market value has skyrocketed to $1.40, making it an exciting opportunity for anyone who happens to have one. But the key to unlocking this value lies in understanding exactly what makes a coin like this so special. First, the date is crucial. Many people overlook it, but the year 1948 marked a period of significant minting activity in Canada, and coins from that time are rarer than you might think. Additionally, collectors pay close attention to the condition of the coin. A coin that has been kept in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or other marks of wear, can fetch a significantly higher price than one that has been circulated and worn down over the decades. It's not just about the copper or the size. It's about the story the coin carries, the rarity, and the demand among collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a piece that represents both history and scarcity. Now, you might be wondering how to identify if your coin is one of these valuable specimens. The first step is to inspect it carefully. Look for the year stamped on the coin, check for any unusual markings or minting errors, and assess its overall condition. Coins with sharp, clear designs and minimal wear are the most prized, while those that are heavily worn or damaged may still have some value but are less likely to attract top-dollar offers. Another interesting aspect to consider is the provenance of the coin, where it came from and how it has been stored over the years. Coins that have been kept in collections, in protective cases, or away from moisture and air tend to retain their luster and quality, which directly impacts their market value. The 1948 Canada 1 cent is especially appealing to collectors because it represents a time when coins were more carefully struck, and every piece had distinct features that can be used to identify authenticity. This is important in a world where counterfeit coins occasionally appear in the market, so understanding the unique characteristics of the genuine article is key. As we explore the potential of this coin further, it's exciting to realize that many everyday people unknowingly hold these treasures in their pockets, drawers, or old coin jars, simply because they were never aware of their value. This is the thrill of coin collecting. It's like a treasure hunt, and the treasure might be sitting right under your nose. If you happen to find a 1948 Canada 1 cent in great condition, the current market value of $1.40 can provide a substantial windfall, making it more than just a nostalgic keepsake. It's a tangible connection to history and a potential investment opportunity rolled into one. Over time, as collectors continue to compete for scarce coins and the market continues to recognize the importance of these historical pieces, the value is likely to keep climbing, which makes today the perfect moment to start inspecting your collections or even take a closer look at your everyday change. So, whether you are a seasoned collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone curious about the hidden treasures that might be lying around your home, the 1948 Canada 1 cent represents a fascinating opportunity to explore the world of coins, learn about history, and possibly uncover a fortune. Don't just spend these coins casually. Take the time to examine them, understand their unique features, and appreciate the story they tell. Share your findings with the community, compare notes with other collectors, and who knows, you might just be holding a coin that could change your life. Have you ever checked your drawers, old jars, or coin collections for hidden gems like this? Take a moment to look carefully at the dates, conditions, and features of your coins, because even the smallest piece could be the key to a remarkable discovery. And if you happen to have this rare 1948 Canada 1 cent, make sure to let us know in the comments below. The excitement of discovering a coin of such rarity and value is unparalleled, and sharing that moment with fellow collectors adds to the thrill. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story can lead to life-changing opportunities. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and continue exploring the world of coins, because the next hidden gem could be sitting right in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. We are diving deep into a legendary coin that has collectors buzzing across North America and beyond, the 1948 Canada 1 cent. Now, at first glance, it may look like just another ordinary penny, something you might have found on the sidewalk or in a jar of spare change, but its story is anything but ordinary. The 1948 Canada 1 cent is one of those rare coins that has not only survived decades of circulation, but has also become a sought-after gem due to its historical significance and rarity. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, a coin that has quietly traveled through time, witnessing the post-war era in Canada, passing from one generation to another, and now potentially landing in your possession. The craftsmanship is simple yet elegant, featuring the iconic maple leaf design and the portrait of King George VI, which instantly makes it recognizable to collectors who know their numismatic history. But what really sets this coin apart is its scarcity and condition. Coins that have been preserved in excellent shape, with minimal wear, are incredibly rare and can fetch prices that most people would never expect from a single penny. In fact, the current market value of this coin is skyrocketing, with well-maintained examples being valued at around $1,600 or even more, depending on their condition and provenance. This means that what might look like insignificant change in your drawer could actually be a ticket to a significant payday if you happen to have one of these rare specimens. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins like this, hunting through estate sales, old collections, and even dusty coin jars, knowing that one well-preserved 1948 Canada 1 cent can make a huge difference to their collection and portfolio. The appeal of this coin is not just in its monetary value, it is also about owning a tangible piece of history, a connection to a time-long past, and a story that you can hold and share. For those of you who might be wondering what to look for, pay attention to the fine details, the clarity of the inscriptions, the sharpness of the maple leaves, the condition of King George VI's portrait, and the overall luster of the coin. Even slight imperfections can make a significant difference in valuation, so knowing what to look for can turn your casual search into a rewarding treasure hunt. And the excitement doesn't stop there. The coin market is dynamic, with prices fluctuating based on demand, rarity, and collector interest. This means that keeping a 1948 Canada 1 cent in pristine condition could see its value continue to rise over the years, making it not only a fascinating collectible but also a smart investment. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the coins in your home, this is a perfect example of why it pays to look closely at what you already own. You might find yourself surprised by what you discover when you dust off old drawers, examine coin rolls, or revisit the coins you collected as a child. And the best part is, sharing these finds with fellow enthusiasts can be incredibly rewarding. The story of the 1948 Canada 1 cent is just one of many hidden gems waiting to be uncovered, a reminder that history, value, and intrigue can be found in the most unexpected places. So, before you spend that spare change, take a moment to check the dates, inspect the details, and imagine the possibilities. Who knows? You might be holding on to something that could change your life or at least give you a fascinating story to tell. Keep following old coins prices as we continue to explore the world of numismatics, revealing the secrets behind coins that most people overlook, and uncovering the incredible value hidden in plain sight. Remember, every coin has a story, and every story has the potential to lead to discovery. So look closely, appreciate the history, and keep your eyes open. You never know which small piece of metal might be your golden opportunity. And finally, we encourage all of you to share your finds in the comments, discuss your discoveries with fellow viewers, and stay connected as we bring you more insights, tips, and thrilling stories about coins that are more than just currency. They are treasures, history, and in some cases, life-changing opportunities. The 1948 Canada 1 cent is a shining example of this, a coin that proves even the smallest objects can hold enormous value, both monetarily and historically, and your chance to own or recognize one could be just around the corner. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins that any collector or casual coin enthusiast should know about, the 1948 Canada 1 cent. Now, you might think a small penny from decades ago is just a trivial piece of metal, but let me tell you, this coin has a story and value that makes it a true gem in the world of numismatics. First, let's explore the history of the 1948 Canadian penny. Minted shortly after World War II, this coin reflects a time of recovery and transformation for Canada. Its design, featuring King George VI on the obverse and the classic maple leaf sprig on the reverse, is iconic and instantly recognizable to collectors. What makes this coin even more special is its rarity and high-grade condition. Unlike modern pennies, which were minted in the millions, coins from this era were produced in far fewer quantities, and even fewer have survived the wear and tear of everyday use. The demand for this specific 1948 penny has grown significantly in recent years, not only among Canadian collectors but also international numismatists who are always on the lookout for high-quality specimens. Today, if you happen to have one of these pennies in excellent condition, its market value is absolutely skyrocketing, currently estimated at around $1,700. This isn't just a number. It represents the growing interest and passion in coin collecting, and it shows how a simple piece of change can transform into a serious investment. Beyond the monetary value, owning a 1948 Canada 1 cent is like holding a tangible piece of history in your hands. Each tiny detail, from the precise engraving of the king's profile to the delicate maple leaves, tells a story of craftsmanship and era-specific artistry. For collectors, every scratch, every shine, and every imperfection is a chapter in the life of the coin, making it more than just currency, it's a historical artifact. Now, imagine rifling through your old change jars, family heirlooms, or even coins inherited from relatives, and finding one of these treasures hiding quietly among the ordinary coins you take for granted. The excitement of discovering such a gem is immense. It's a thrill that draws people into the hobby of coin collecting and even inspires some to start seriously investing in rare coins. But how do you know if your coin is truly valuable? First, check the date. 1948 is the magic number for this Canadian penny. Then, examine its condition carefully. Collectors categorize coins by grades, from worn to mint condition, and even minor differences in luster, scratches, and edges can dramatically impact the value. Coins in near-perfect condition, with no major marks or discoloration, are the ones commanding the highest prices in today's market. Moreover, the provenance of the coin, meaning its history and previous ownership, can add additional allure and value. Coins that come from well-known collections or that have been professionally graded by reputable institutions often sell for even higher amounts at auctions. This is why understanding your coin and its story is just as important as recognizing its rarity. For those who are curious about turning their coin collection into a potential fortune, it's essential to know that the world of rare coins is booming. Auctions, online marketplaces, and collector networks are increasingly active, and the demand for historically significant coins like the 1948 Canada 1 cent is only growing. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who casually saves pennies in a jar, the key takeaway here is that your old coins may not be as ordinary as you think. Even a single coin, sitting quietly for decades, can hold immense value, waiting for the right moment or buyer to reveal its worth. So, take a close look at your coin jars, drawers, and piggy banks. Look for the year, examine the details, and handle each coin carefully, because among the ordinary change, you might just find a hidden treasure that could change your life. And remember, collecting coins is not just about money, it's about connecting with history, understanding the artistry of minting, and appreciating the stories each coin carries. In the end, the 1948 Canada 1 cent is more than a penny, it's a bridge to the past, a collectible that sparks excitement, and a potential key to financial gain for those who recognize its value. Do you have one in your collection? Could it be hiding in your pocket right now? Take a moment, check your coins, and maybe you'll be surprised to find that fortune has been waiting for you all along. Stay tuned to Old Coins Prices for more stories of hidden treasures, rare finds, and the fascinating world of collectible coins. Every week we dive into coins from different eras, explore their history, analyze their market value, and give you tips on spotting potential million-dollar discoveries right in your own home. The journey of coin collecting is filled with excitement, and who knows, you could be the next person to uncover a legendary penny like the 1948 Canada 1 cent. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and join our community of coin enthusiasts who are passionate about uncovering the extraordinary in the everyday. Your next treasure might be closer than you think. Welcome back to Old Coins Prices. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, and I promise, what we're about to explore could completely change the way you look at the coins sitting quietly in your drawers or scattered across your home. Have you ever wondered if that small, seemingly ordinary piece of change in your pocket could actually be a hidden treasure worth thousands, or even millions, to the right collector? Many people spend their lives completely unaware that they might be holding onto a fortune without ever realizing it, and that's what makes coin collecting such an exciting and sometimes life-changing hobby. One legendary example that has recently captured the attention of numismatists across North America is the 2007 Canada 1 cent coin, which, despite its humble appearance, carries an extraordinary history and value. Interestingly, this coin traces its lineage back to the 1948 Canada 1 cent, a year that produced coins of exceptional rarity and demand, making any well-preserved specimens highly sought after in the collector's market today. Imagine holding a coin that looks just like the ones you use every day, only to discover that its condition, its age, and even the tiniest details like its minting errors or distinctive markings could transform it from a piece of everyday change into a piece of history worth a staggering $1.80. That's right, collectors and enthusiasts alike are willing to pay astonishing amounts for coins that are in excellent condition, and this is not just speculation. The market for rare Canadian cents has been steadily climbing, with auctions showing record-breaking prices for coins that were once considered common. This rise in value isn't just about nostalgia, it's about scarcity, historical significance, and the unique stories each coin carries. Every scratch, every gleam, and every preserved detail tells a story of the era in which it was minted, the economic conditions of the time, and the craftsmanship of the mint itself. Coins like the 1948 and 2007 Canadian 1 cent are more than currency. They are tiny capsules of history that collectors are eager to preserve. If you happen to come across one of these coins in pristine condition, you might be looking at a hidden gem that could generate a massive payday. But spotting such a treasure requires more than just a casual glance. You need to examine the date carefully, check for mint marks, and understand the subtle variations that can drastically affect a coin's value. The excitement in the coin collecting world is palpable, with collectors constantly on the hunt for pieces that tell a story, carry rarity, and demonstrate the artistry of past minting practices. This makes every discovery thrilling, as it could be the difference between an ordinary coin and a remarkable addition to a collection worth thousands, or even more. So the next time you find yourself sorting through your pocket change, don't dismiss the coins that look familiar. Take a moment to examine them closely. Look for dates like 1948, study the condition, and understand the historical context behind each piece. Coins like the 2007 Canada 1 cent remind us that sometimes, the most ordinary objects around us can be extraordinary, hiding immense value and historical significance in plain sight. This is the magic of numismatics, where history, art, and financial potential collide in something as small as a 1 cent coin. As we continue to explore more hidden treasures and rare finds, remember that knowledge is your most powerful tool. The more you learn about coin varieties, minting years, and market trends, the better your chances of uncovering a hidden gem in your own collection. So take the time to research, examine your coins, and stay curious, because you never know, that small piece of copper lying unnoticed in your drawer might just be the key to a remarkable story, a stunning discovery, and a financial opportunity that could change your life. Keep your eyes open, and keep hunting for these rare finds, because in the world of coins, the ordinary can quickly become extraordinary. Don't forget to comment below if you happen to have this rare piece in your collection, and follow Old Coins Prices for more insights into hidden treasures that are waiting to be discovered in plain sight. Welcome back to Old Coins Prices. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and I promise you, what we are about to uncover might just make you rush to check your own collection or even that loose change in your drawer. Have you ever wondered if that ordinary penny you've had for years could actually be hiding a fortune? Many people never realize that the coins they casually toss into jars or forget in drawers could be worth a small fortune, and in today's video, we're exploring one such legendary piece, the 1948 Canada 1 cent coin. This isn't just any penny. This coin carries a rich history and has become one of the most sought-after items for collectors across North America. The year 1948 marked a period when the Canadian Mint was producing coins with distinctive features, unique minting qualities, and subtle variations that only trained eyes can notice. What makes this coin extraordinary is its rarity in pristine condition. While millions of these coins were circulated, only a few survived without significant wear, scratches, or discoloration, which is why collectors value a high-grade example so highly today. The current market value of a well-preserved 1948 Canada 1 cent has been steadily rising, and right now, it is hovering around $1.10 per coin, a number that has been steadily climbing as demand continues to surge. For those unfamiliar with coin collecting, the value isn't just about the metal content, it's about history, scarcity, and the story each coin tells. Imagine holding a small piece of Canadian history in your hand, a coin that passed through countless lives over more than 7 decades, witnessing events, changes, and eras long before you were born. That is exactly what makes coins like this so captivating. Collectors often spend years studying subtle details such as mint marks, die variations, and striking errors, because these tiny characteristics can increase a coin's value by hundreds, even thousands of dollars. For instance, with the 1948 Canada 1 cent, the condition of the coin, whether it retains its original luster, sharpness of the design, and clarity of the date, is crucial in determining its market value. Coins that are worn or damaged are usually worth only face value or a small premium to collectors, but a coin in exceptional condition can be a true treasure. Many collectors and enthusiasts have turned routine coin hunting into a full-time passion, scouring old rolls of coins, attending estate sales, and checking pocket change for just such hidden gems. Some have discovered life-changing pieces completely by accident, turning a simple hobby into remarkable financial rewards. But the thrill isn't just about the money, it's about connecting with history, learning the stories behind each coin, and being part of a community that appreciates the artistry and craftsmanship of minting. The 1948 Canada 1 cent is particularly interesting because it represents post-war Canada, a time when the country was recovering from the effects of World War II and its economy and culture were undergoing significant transformation. Coins from this era capture a snapshot of society, reflecting both the aesthetic and technical trends of the time. If you happen to find one of these coins in excellent condition, it could be the start of an exciting journey into numismatics, the study and collection of coins, which has fascinated people for centuries. Even if you're not an experienced collector, learning to identify these rare coins and understanding their potential value can be both fun and rewarding. There are several resources available, including online guides, coin grading services, and collector communities, where you can get advice on how to assess the condition and authenticity of your coins. So, the next time you go through your old change, don't just glance at the date and toss it aside. Look closely, check for subtle details, and you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Imagine the excitement of discovering a coin that is worth far more than its face value, perhaps even a coin that could make a significant financial impact. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and stories of everyday people finding valuable coins in their pockets, or at local sales are more common than you might think. Every coin has a story, and the 1948 Canada 1 cent is a perfect example of a piece of history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike. If you do have one of these coins, or even if you suspect you might, it's worth taking the time to have it examined by a professional, or even just doing some research online to understand its potential value. Who knows, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure that could change your perspective on the coins you see every day. In conclusion, coins like the 1948 Canada 1 cent remind us that even the smallest items can carry enormous value, not just financially, but historically and culturally. They connect us to the past, to generations who held them, spent them, and passed them along, and they offer us the thrill of discovery in the present. So, don't ignore that jar of pennies or the drawer of loose change. Take a closer look, examine every coin, and maybe, just maybe, you'll uncover a gem that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thank you for joining us today on Old Coins Prices, and be sure to follow for more fascinating stories, hidden treasures, and insights into the world of rare coins. Check your collection, share your finds in the comments, and keep exploring, because the next great discovery could be right in your pocket. We're exploring one of the most legendary coins that has captured the imagination of collectors and numismatists alike, the 1948 Canada 1 cent. This might look like just another penny to the untrained eye, but in reality, it is a highly sought-after treasure that commands attention in the collector market across North America. What makes this coin so special isn't just its age, though being minted in 1948 certainly gives it historical significance, but also its scarcity and the condition in which it has survived over the decades. Coins like these were produced in large quantities, yet very few have made it through time without wear, scratches, or corrosion, making a well-preserved example incredibly rare. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that exhibit sharp details, strong mint luster, and minimal signs of handling, and the 1948 Canada 1 cent checks all these boxes when it is in excellent condition. The coin features the iconic design of King George VI on the obverse side and the maple leaf motif on the reverse, a symbol synonymous with Canada's national identity. Over the years, demand for coins from this period has steadily increased, and experts predict that this trend will continue as more collectors enter the market and seek to complete their historical collections. For anyone fortunate enough to have held onto this coin in pristine condition, the current market value is absolutely skyrocketing, with top-quality specimens reaching prices as high as $1.20, making it more than just a small piece of copper. It is a ticket to a potential fortune. Beyond the obvious financial gain, owning a coin like this is a tangible connection to history, a piece of the past that has survived countless years and witnessed the changing world around it. Whether you inherited it from a grandparent, found it in an old coin roll, or purchased it years ago without realizing its potential, this coin tells a story, and its value is only growing as collectors recognize its significance. But spotting this hidden gem requires a sharp eye and careful inspection. Not all 1948 Canada 1 cents are equal. Subtle differences in strike, mint marks, and overall preservation can mean the difference between a standard collector coin and a high-demand treasure. Experts often advise that if you think you might have one, it's worth consulting with a reputable numismatist, or using grading services to verify its authenticity and condition. This is because the coin market, while rewarding, is also precise. Values are heavily dependent on verified quality, historical significance, and rarity. Imagine the excitement of holding this small copper piece, knowing it could represent a substantial payday, all while carrying with it a unique story from a bygone era. And the best part is, you don't have to be a seasoned collector to benefit. Everyday people are discovering that they already own valuable coins and have been walking past potential treasures for years. So take a moment to dig through your drawers, inspect your old coin collections, and look carefully for the date 1948. If you find this remarkable Canada 1 cent in great condition, you could be sitting on a financial windfall that combines both historical prestige and real monetary value. This coin is more than just metal, it's a bridge to the past, a conversation starter, and a collectible that could transform your perspective on those coins you once thought were ordinary change. So keep your eyes open, share your finds, and remember that the world of old coins is filled with surprises waiting to be uncovered. Do you have this particular coin in your collection, or perhaps tucked away in a forgotten drawer? Let us know in the comments, share your experiences, and don't forget to subscribe to Old Coins Prices for more insights, tips, and stories about hidden treasures that could be sitting right under your nose. With patience, curiosity, and a keen eye, anyone can stumble upon coins that hold immense value, both historically and financially, making the pursuit of rare coins an exciting and rewarding journey that blends knowledge, luck, and passion. Whether you're a beginner or a long-time collector, the thrill of discovering a coin like the 1948 Canada 1 cent is unmatched. A small but powerful reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures come in the most unassuming forms. Keep exploring, stay vigilant, and never underestimate the potential of those coins lying quietly in your possession, because you never know when one might change your life forever.